I am B. I am Lagoon. I am the one that Spirit is sending to people for any appointed time. I am a reader, healer, seer. Hey, if even if need be, if I need to talk to your ancestors want to get you a message. Hey, I'm here for it. And like I was about to say something else. Wow. Like Ashley said, we are here to help you heal first and foremost, whether that's holding that hand, popping that hand, hugging, crying, making you laugh, and making you do a little dance. We are here for you all. So definitely welcome to Cards and Conversations. Mhm. Yes. Mhm. Yep. Mhm. Yes. Listen, I wanted to add to that piece of meat right there because because the other thing that I was thinking about, and it's some I have talked to you about me having a dream, but it really wasn't a dream. It was an experience that I had as a kid. And I'm a paraphrase. I was a little kid, 6 years old, going into a house full of demons, but I wasn't scared. And I was like, okay. And so as you was talking, Spirit was saying, sometimes some of the people that we met and we had an experience with were entities that were using those people to to try to get us away from our wall. But because we are so strong, it's always like, okay, don't take this the wrong way. But that snap back, we snap back into place. It's almost like you had me out of shape, but it's like, "Oop, I got to go back to my post." And it's like, no matter how far they bent you, how far they twisted you, no matter how much they folded you into pieces, they thought they broke you. Exactly. You bounce back. And as a result, you know, you still have to clear your energy off of that because when you grow, you become that much more stronger. It's almost like muscle memory for some people. That's what I just heard. It's like muscle memory. When you go to the gym and work out, yes, your muscles break down before they build up. Every time you've been broken down, you've gotten up stronger. And but now it's like your mental has to catch up with your physical because your physical, aka your spiritual, is already strong, but your mind has to perceive how strong you are. That's why if you listen to a lot of readers, they will say some of you don't even know how strong you are. And it's because your mental has to catch up with your spiritual strength. And I did pull some cards, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. Yeah. Mhm. Necessary. Yes.
many of us, that inner child is still waiting, not just to be acknowledged, but to be loved, nurtured, and heard. Okay, we still heal that part of ourselves, show up in our self life as self sabotage, emotional outbursts, feeling unworthy of love, or constantly searching for validation in the wrong places. So when you heal your inner child, it's not about blaming people because that's easy. It's so incredibly easy to put this together. It's about claiming your power, and it's about going back to the version of you that needed love and choosing to give it to yourself now unconditionally. And a lot of people might say, "Oh, well, the person hurt me. They passed on, so I can't get that closure." You still get that closure because you can say out of your mouth, you can give an audible response to that person. Listen, whenever we did or whatever you did to me, I forgive you. You're not here anymore, but I forgive you. You can make peace with that person, even if they're not in the physical and they're not here, and it's not tangible for you to touch them or be around them. You can say, "I forgive you for what happened," and just something as simple as that lifts so much emotional weight off of you. You guys have no idea. Words are powerful. That's why they say words are spells. Why they always say words when you speak over your life. Words are powerful. You can speak death. This is in the power of the tongue. You can speak life. You can speak brokenness. You can speak being broke over your life. You have to watch what you say. I never say I'm broke. I never went. Okay, I'll say I'm in transition. Okay, I never say my business failed. No, it didn't work out, but I have to never. You never speak over anything over your life because the universe does not know how to differentiate between. Oh, well, she said it. Well, another her way.
Mhm.
Figure out what I'm saying. I have to speak high vibrational things over your life. From this moment on. From this moment on, you can write a letter and burn it. That yes, you can. I love writing letters. I don't do that as often as I should, but you can definitely write a letter and burn it. I know a lady that does that, and she said it's write it, and then you burn it, and then you send it to the universe. And so, essentially, you're releasing all of the frustration, all of the hurt, all of the
Mhm.
things that built up inside, and you're basically giving it back to the universe. That's why I always tell my story. That's why I tell my kids I want to be cremated. Don't put me in office, okay? I don't want to be in prison when I pass on to the next time. You cremate me in the house, you spread me in the ocean because you're giving me back to nature, okay? That can be a whole other topic too about why you should never be buried in the ground.
And
But that's a prison for the dead. In case y'all didn't know, do not get buried. You are cremated. You are buried. You are basically in prison while you have gone on to the next assignment. So, a whole other story for a whole other night. All right, let's keep it going. So healing your inner child is about claiming your path. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about going back to love yourself. Intentionally, because every time you honor your inner child, you're breaking the cycle. Break every chain. Break every chain. Break every chain. Every time you say, "I love you," "I honor you," "I value you," you are breaking a chain. You are breaking a chain. Choosing yourself now unconditionally is breaking the chain of you not being chosen if you weren't chosen growing up. So, yes, it's just as simple as just, speaking out loud or just, saying to yourself or simply saying to yourself, I am safe to grow. I am safe
Yes,
to
it's just as simple.
I am worthy of love. I'm worthy of all of it. Um, so today, as we go through the messages that Spirit has for everyone, when Bessie picks up his cards, I just want you guys to keep that inner child in mind, okay? Not the version of you that has it all together, because nobody has it all together, but the one who still cries in silence, the one who still hopes, and the one who is still willing to be seen, okay? And it's okay to cry. I had to convince myself of that because I'm not a crier, but it's okay to cry. It's okay to have a good cry that you are simply cleaning out your soul when you cry. And so with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to my co-host, my bestie, who's going to give us some powerful messages from Spirit. I don't know if you're going to do it for the water, fire, earth, or if you're going to do it individually, but he's going to take it from here and just keep in mind, keep a mental note of how your child may be trying to speak to you as he's going through the cards, because sometimes they will speak to you as you're hearing certain things. Your memories are kept in your subconscious mind. So that you can say something that may trigger an event or a time, and you're like, oh wow, like I need to do that. So just keep a mental note of what he's saying.
Oh yeah, yeah,
We definitely will.
yeah.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Thank you so much. We definitely will look that up. And that's so important to that journal, right? So very important. Thank you for that. We will.
And
So go ahead, Becky. The floor is yours.
yeah, no, I was going to say, interestingly enough, I don't, I have, I personally have never heard anyone say this, but I'm going to say this because it's one, it just was revealed to me, and then two, I feel like it's a lot of people who need to hear this also. But whenever you do inner child healing work, what you're essentially doing is going back in time and healing yourself, protecting yourself from what was happening. So when people start talking about time travel, like think about it. I was listening to something earlier, and I did share it with Promise, and this lady began to talk, and she was like, you are an answered prayer, like you were literally created because you are a prayer. When it comes to think about how many people say, "Oh, your great 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 grandmother prayed for you before you even got here," right? They were time traveling, speaking things into the future, speaking things to existence. This is why they always say, connect with your higher self because your higher self is already there. You got to catch up with it. You're going through what your higher self have already gone through. And I always think about the Flash because they shared a lot with that time. Um, what is it? Time traveling and going back in time, going forward in time, and really connecting with themselves, changing the course of of destiny, right? What have you? And that's the thing that can happen. Once you start to work on that inner child, you are essentially going back in time and fixing things that were broken so that it can speed up and catch up with you. That's why I love the Flash so much because of that alone. Now, whenever we were or before we even got started, really good, I was pulling cards and all these cards came out and I was just like, wow. And the first card that came out is the Seven of Cups. Like options, like so many people have so many options of happiness. But what I was hearing is that it's dreams. So many people have so many dreams that they know that will make them happy. However, they have been in situations. I can show this one. And this is the lover's card, but it's in reverse, where they were constantly given. I'm gonna see if I can show a little bit of the card. Hold on. I'll show it this at this angle. But you see, this is darkness, and then it becomes light down here. Here's the serpent over here. Here's the right. And it's like so many people have been giving, but spirit has always tried to intervene to warn, to protect, to let you know that no matter what happens, no matter how many times something went to break your heart, that still does not determine your dreams. And it was clarified by the Six of Pentacles also in reverse. Now, what I think it's that give and take relationship, right? And it's something that you said, Ashley, it doesn't matter. who the person was that hurt you, you were always giving love to that person because you knew that's what you had to do, but you never received that love in return. And what I find interesting is that in this card, the man is reaching to the ground. And what's on the ground? The Six of Pentacles. And what's beside it? Serpent. Serpent. So it's always like the enemy is always trying to deter you from getting what you need, that give and take that you look for. The serpent was always present, was always there to make sure that you overgave or to make sure that that person would take from you and never give back to you. However, on the flip side, and I have to cover this up, we have the Star card and the upright. And what I was hearing is that your dreams are coming true. Your dreams are being poured out from the heavens now, somewhere where the serpent can't touch it. Because we're coming in a new era. And that's what happens when you start to clear up all of the inner child wounds, is that you begin to open up a gateway so that the things that were dried up before is now flowing. It can now flow. Think of a clogged pipe. When there's an old house that hasn't been lived in for years, you have to clean those pipes out so that the water can flow freely. And that's what's been happening. And when you clear out that old inner child hurt and pain, you're clearing out the pipes. You know what I'm saying? You clean out those pipes and things start flowing the way they're supposed to. And the last card was the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, I have to say, this one is in the reverse. And what I'm getting is that it's in the reverse because for some of you, you don't know what you're looking at. You're not seeing your blessings as blessings. You're still looking at things from wounded eyes, from a wounded heart. And so you naturally will see any good thing as a threat. You will see your blessings as curses. And it's like the minute you begin to speak over your eyesight and not talk, but train, learn from spirit how to look at what you're truly looking at, then you will see the blessings. And I didn't look at the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to look now to see what's there. The bottom of the deck, the moon. The moon. See, you weren't seeing it, but you're going to start seeing it. Yeah. King of Swords is at the bottom. You're going to start seeing it and you're going to start understanding how to execute things the way you're supposed to. Because remember, you had all of these dreams and the serpent made you think that they were not going to happen. The spirit is saying they're going to happen. You're cleared out the pipes. Now we have to fix your vision. Because again, you're seeing things, Nine of Swords reverse. You're seeing things as, oh, it's not going to happen for me. It's a detriment. I don't see anything moving. Eight of Wands in reverse. I'm always being slowed down. Then you have the Ten of Wands. You still believing that you're carrying stuff that you're not. You're still believing that you have to carry certain things, but you don't have to. And it's slowing down everything, okay? We have the Page of Cups. It's in reverse. When is something new going to happen? Because again, you have these Eight of Wands. I mean, Eight of Wands and Ten of Wands here. You don't see any change, and you're just like, because of that, like I don't see anything coming towards me. But Spirit is saying at this time, continue to wait in patience. Continue to know that heaven is working on your behalf. This is the Temperance card here. Continue to know that heaven is still pouring out things in your favor. And as you, okay, spirit, and as you do that, look at this. Two of Cups is here. Things start coming. Unionship. For some people, it is a relationship. It is a person that is that you're meant to work with coming towards you. And spirit is like, I had to wait for the perfect moment for you and this person to meet. Now that you're starting to clear out things, you're going to meet. Now that you started to open up your gateway is what I'm hearing. And I'm going to also add those pipes that I was talking about earlier. Once you begin to open up these gateways, now this person can come in and see you for who you are now. They can see you as the blessing instead of the curse because they too were in a similar situation and vice versa. Now you can see them as the blessing and not the curse. Because remember,
Can I just
mhm,
build off because that is so important that we see energetic blocks as visible goal blocks. You can energetically block your blessing by not forgiving someone. You can energetically block money coming in by holding on to something. So please make sure that you are doing your due diligence and releasing anything that no longer serves you so that other things can come in your energy field. I have been so conscientious about doing that because if not, you're essentially blocking what's for you energetically. Release that block. Release the block. Watch how your life's going to change. Sorry, go ahead.
you know, and this is essentially where you're going from. You're going from having a headache to everything to being unclear as to what's happening to being very clear to seeing your blessing. This is what that is. That you're finally starting to see now what you've been missing all along. And for some of you, it's self-realization about who you are. Because a lot of people have forgotten who they are because of those traumas, because of those conversations. And when a person, um, I don't know, is on the other side, first of all, hold on, let me pause. First of all, when you were talking earlier, when you was giving the presentation earlier, I heard Tupac out of nowhere. Tupac. So I don't know if somebody was listening to Tupac, but I heard Tupac just loud and clear. So I even looked him up. I was like, okay, what about Tupac? But what I was just saying, somebody said, "Oh, you had me fucked up," and a lot of people did. They had you fucked up, and they put all this weight on you, not realizing that you would one day come out, not realizing that you would one day break that mold and break the situations that was around you and come out stronger. Because remember what I said earlier, they had you in boot camp and you was training this entire time. So then when your mental and your vision comes together with your spirit, you will be who gonna touch you, boo? As they say, Sheree said, who gonna touch me? Who? Because you know who you are, and you know what you come with, and you know your spiritual team that backs you up, and that's the other thing. Now we do have a question on the floor, so I'm gonna get her to ask the question.
No, it wasn't a question.
Okay.
It wasn't a question. I just wanted to, tune into what y'all said and come to agreements with what y'all talking about. So real. First of all, in life, if you don't forgive people or forgive what hurt you, you're gonna be a bitter person. You're gonna be hurt. You're gonna continue to be stressed out. You're gonna continue to self blame. You're gonna continue to seek love in the wrong places because you're still lost. Until you connect with your inner childhood and forgive the things and those people who have hurt you, whether dead or alive, you're going to be hurt in a hurt position. And I definitely, all of this is all confirmation. I promise y'all it's correct.
Good.
I concur. 100% I concur. And people don't realize that, Goddess, that when you are holding on to something, they're not affected. You're the
You
one that's
are.
holding on to it, and that's like energetic baggage. And you're the one that's carrying that weight. And until you put that weight down, you won't know how heavy that load is. So I concur 100% what you said. Let it
Facts.
go.
Right.
And
And
then
then
put it down, but bring it.
real on me. Real. One thing I always said, like, saying your life is based off of you and your decisions. Like literally, whatever choice you decide to make is gonna affect you in the way that you made that decision because no one made the decision for you. Like you have to hold yourself accountable for the people you allow into your energy, your mind space. You have to hold yourself accountable for the people who you allow hurt you. Because at the end of the day, you in some type of way allow that to continuously hurt you. If it came from your childhood, you didn't get that far to adulthood for nothing to even realize it happened. So yeah, literally, like yeah, I'm loving it. Love the
I
energy.
just had this conversation today. You were like speaking to my, I just had this conversation with my mom. Like, accountability is such an important word. And once you learn the true meaning of it, learn how to utilize it and actually put it into action, it's going to change a lot of people's lives. Because once you know better, you do better. And when you have accountability, you won't allow certain things to continue in your life. But you have to take the initiative to understand, overstand, and understand that you can have accountability while a lot of things change. Once you have accountability, that stops a lot of unnecessary shit. Once you take accountability, that stops a lot of things. So
Yeah.
it's just about taking it and just utilizing it. Thank you, Goddess.
You're welcome.
And one of the things, it's already been scientifically proven that a lot of people that have cancer is because they was holding something in. And me and my mom, we're always talking about the same thing with dementia. Look at how many people, and I'm going to mention this because we mainly see it in movies, but I have heard actual people say that they have witnessed this when a lot of the older, I'll just say Caucasian people died, the ones that held slaves died, they usually was calling out the names of the slaves that they were wrong, like they were doing wrong to, because the person was there to come collect them. And like I've heard my grandparents talk about how some of the older people, for those who don't know, my grandmother passed away at 101, and my grandfather was older than her. So they were back, they lived during those times. And they talk about how many times those people who were very mean towards the end of their life, they lost their minds because they were holding on to bitterness and anger for so
It'll do that.
much.
Look, I'm sorry for the interruption. That's the thing. You have to protect your peace, your mind, your body, and your soul. Because if you let those entities continue to break you down, you're gonna be in a bad position, baby. It's best to just heal. It's time now. Hey, God calling these people, we the guys with the God. We calling these people to wake up some couples. A couple more of us need to be woke. A couple more of us need to tune into these lives. A couple more of us need to connect with our inner childhood trauma so that we can allow ourselves to heal in a proper manner that we can be who we set out to be. Because I'm doing this crazy spirit. I hear it. My ears tingling, the nose, itch, everything. They own me. I feel it.
Hmm.
It's a great separation happening right now. It's light and dark, and everything is spiritual. Everything is
What did I say
spiritual.
about
What if I know everything that happens is spiritual? We are not fighting flesh. We are fighting spirit.
that?
Everything is spiritual.
You your biggest
that?
enemy.
And you're right.
What happened was right before we got on, we were standing outside, and I kept saying for the past 2 days the moon has been catching my eye, because if you look at it, you can look at it right now. It's literally a split. It's half a moon, right? But you can literally see where it's half dark, half light right now. If you look outside right now. And I just said that to
I'm
them
just
right
looking at
before.
the moon.
I was
Look,
like, I just keep looking at the moon. It's like it's half dark, half light. Like it's like The light and darkness is literally at war right now, and it's like you can see the physical manifestation of it in the moon right now.
And you're going to get all these people because you're a cancer. So you're ruled by the moon. So when you feel something, you already know by now. The cancer doesn't listen at night. Well, the full moon listens. The cancer is ruled by the moon.
Hmm.
That's how they are typically able to get down low. So if you said it's true, I believe it. All right?
Yeah. Now I did pull some more cards, so I'm going to read it real
Okay.
quick. So the first card that came out is the Wheel of Fortune. Now you know the Wheel of Fortune is either going to turn in your favor or it's going to turn against you. Either way, it's things that has been set up by spirit to happen. Like it's at an appointed time that it's going to happen for you, but it's going to happen. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which means you have to walk towards whatever is coming. It's still giving me, if you've watched this earlier, I talked about how your blessing is on the other side of some mist or smoke, however you want to say it. It's a screen there, but the screen is there to kind of block everybody else away from your blessing. However, for you, you got to keep going, even though it's unclear to you what you're walking towards. This is what this is giving me. It's giving me that same energy. The wheels are turning in your favor, and you have to make the decision to walk towards it. Again, the way to walk towards something when your vision is blurred is to clear out what is blocking you. Clear out these energies that you have been holding on. And I'm not just going to say childhood, but from any time before today, before your now, your right now, clear it out. Start clearing it out so you can see. And then the next is the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords is the card to let you know that something is coming to enlighten you. The knight is always, if you think about it, the knight is one of the first few people who go out and war because they're looking and searching out the land to see what is happening. And this is the energy that you're in right now. And spirit is, I'm hearing it right now, plain as day. The light is in you. You don't need a light. You don't need a torch. The light is in you. You walk, things lighten up. That's why when you get around the presence of people who are evil, they have to talk about you. They have to go against you because your light is showing their darkness. Does that make sense out there? Right? Like if you and even if you did if you went to your room and you put off the light, it's dark. But the minute you put on that light, you see everything, right? That's how you are for some people. And some people do not like what they are seeing or what they are experiencing. And because of that, they'll attack you because it's like, cut off the light, cut off the light. I don't want them to see that. I don't want them to share that. The next thing is the Page of Pentacles. So then it's like you have everything that you need is coming towards you. The financial blessings that you want is coming towards you. Those jewels. Look at this card. It's literally pearls flying around this person. That is like heaven is showering down on you the blessings. Remember, for me, I don't just see pentacles as money. I see it as resources, right? So anything that you need, heaven is like, I'm going to shower it down from you. And because you are already walking with this light in you and having to walk with the light, you now know how to make the right decisions. You now don't have to worry about whether or not your intuition is on point. You no longer have to worry about, oh wow, did I make the right choice? No, whatever choice you make is going to work in your favor. It's like again, this is oh gosh, I wish I could show y'all what I'm seeing in my head. It's like say you didn't make the wrong choice for something, right? Because of who you are and where you are right now, Heaven will literally shift it so that it could be right, so that you will not do any wrong when it comes to that space of your life, because you are tapped in, because you have the light. But spirit is saying you can't make any wrong choice. I'm not going to say you can't, like it's inevitable, right? Because we all make mistakes. But it's like when it comes to this realm of healing and this realm of the space that I'm taking you in, like you can't do any wrong because it's going to be corrected, because you've already gone through enough. Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. It's
That
going
that
to
card that
turn.
card reminds me of like a karma card. When it did good, come back to you. Did bad, it's gonna come back to you. That's essentially what that card is.
Right,
Karma.
right.
Karma is either good or bad. It's an energy. I always think people associate karma with something bad.
You know,
Good or bad, it's an energy.
King, king. And
Good out and bad.
right. And the King of Cups is was at the bottom of the deck. Why? Because you're mastering your happiness. Heaven is mastering, helping you to master your happiness.
I love that. I love those cards. That deck is beautiful, and everything is so aesthetically pleasing because you can look at it and just see, okay, this is
Hmm.
happening. This is not happening. I don't want it to happen. Like that's why I love this movie. I love it. It paints a wonderful picture that shows you exactly what's happening, what's gonna happen, and if you don't do it, this might happen. I love reading tarot.
Exactly.
It literally paints a picture and tells a story of what's gonna happen.
I'm finished. I'm finished.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still tapped in, but I'm finished for the talk. So it's like I'm waiting for spirit to give me another message, because I feel like there's another message coming through, honestly. But yeah,
well, please at any time. You already know what time it is. For
yeah.
everyone, this is the time where we let tarot test, okay? And you're able to put any questions under the sun at me, and you let the cards do the talking as well as the intuitive gift. Okay, this is about love, past life, that weird dream you had last night. Nothing is off limits. So if you have a question about anything, like I said, nothing is off limits. Now we get time. You want to put in the sun, or you want to dance in the dark. Now it's just time to ask me. Okay, and while you guys are figuring out, you're going to ask a question. I just want to let you guys know that we appreciate, love, and value everyone who has seen one. Everyone who has seen one. To our new viewers, to our returning viewers, and anyone who literally had nothing to love with us. We appreciate that. And if you're new to our podcast, we do a lot there. 11 state lives uploaded as soon as we sign on. We have a question in the comments. Can you see me?
Yeah. But I feel like you just wait. Okay. But I feel like you just answered it in your readings related to what you talked about, and the change and the decisions about where to live. Okay. Um. Yeah. It's this energy is heavy. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Um. What? But you can go ahead and ask the question anyway, Ash. Woo. I don't
It
know if
is.
y'all can feel it. I can, baby. I'm
I'm
telling
feeling it.
y'all.
I'm feeling it.
The hair
I'm
on my
feeling
back is standing straight up right now. It's like heavy.
it. It's heavy. It's heavy tonight.
Oh, I just saw her as a comment. Yeah, like, and I was just talking to you because we had a conversation earlier, and it's lightning highlighting some things. Even for me, like just messages that I've been getting personally for myself from other readers that I've been like, wow, they're really talking to me. The universe is sending me messages. I'm starting to see different angel numbers. So it's like, okay, okay. Let me see if I can. Yeah, what to do, how to work. What I think. Okay, okay. I'm already hearing continue to work on your craft. So you know what that special project is, but I'm already hearing continue to work on your craft because I feel like it's divinely guided, inspired. All right. So the first thing I have here is Three of Pentacles. Right. Continue to work on it. You're actually working on it with spirit, whether you know it or not. So that's what I'm really getting. And then this Four of Swords is here. What I'm hearing is take your rest and take your breaks as needed. Don't feel like you're being counterproductive because you want to rest. Because what happens when you rest, that's when spirit is able to work out the plans that's up here. That's when spirit is able to talk to your spirit and say, okay, here are the divine downloads that she needs to do, right? Um, and that's what makes that will show you how to balance everything out. Excuse me. I'm not even tired. I don't know where that came from. So maybe you starting to feel tired because I'm getting at the 10 of wands here too. So it's like you have a lot of work. It's like you're carrying a lot of work. So that could be like you're becoming tired because of all of this work. Um hold on, let me go to read. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if it definitely feels divine, continue to work on that because what I'm feeling is like, and I like this Ten of Wands because it has butterflies on it, and what does butterflies represent? Freedom and new beginnings. So yeah, yeah. So you know, if you have to use your vacation time from the old job to get this new job started, do that. Um, unless and if you have it right. But it's like use it because you don't want to tire yourself out from this divine job. Because when I'm the Page of Pentacles is here again. This is heaven showering down on you blessing. So you don't want to, I would say, disrupt the flow of your blessings. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say you don't want to disrupt the flow of your blessings because you're too tired to really work on what spirit is leading you. And this is actually a message for all of us, honestly, because um, as I was talking to you, I was seeing in my life where I haven't really connected in things. Not that I'm not resting, but there are times when I can connect with spirit a little more to understand my current job. Mm. So Right. Now, will the new job allow you to continue to stay there, or will they too ask you to move? Like that is something that you might want to ask them because what I'm kind of seeing is that you may have to move back, but it may be something good. Like say you have an expectation as to what you think might happen, but the opposite might happen. You might actually find a place that is very similar to where you are, but it's just bad. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, justice. You're going to be justified in a lot of things with this company. So yeah, in wise counsel, I would suggest working, taking a few days out of the week to work on the new business, right? And the other days you rest, you connect with spirit to get more divine connection. Because the other thing about spirit is that goes with the saying work smarter, not harder. Spirit will always guide you to work smarter. Spirit will always allow you to work in such a way where you can connect with spirit. Spirit is never going to overcrowd you that you can't find it. Like even like I got the message for months that enjoy your rest now because there's gonna be a time where you're gonna be go, 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 go. But it's gonna be worth it. But find time to connect with spirit. And I did. So I used to connect in the evenings, but now I connect in the morning with spirit. I mean, and it wasn't just to say that I never connected with spirit in the mornings, but now I really connect with spirit in the mornings because the mornings are oftentimes the only time that I get that quiet time, that space.
This still having a full job time.
Right, right. That's what I'm like, because I'm really not tired. I'm really not tired right now. And I'm like, why am I yawning? But yeah,
Just started own company. Congratulations for
exa-
starting your own company.
exactly. And guess what? You gonna look, Queen of Wands is here. You know what you're doing, you know how to move. You're gonna make it move.
You're gonna make it do what it do,
You're
baby.
gonna make it do what it do. Come on, shout out to the other bestie. Entrepreneur call. Let me find out.
Okay? Because nobody knows how to run a company like your own. Yours, you know how you want it, you know how you want to
Yep.
operate it, you know how you want it to how you want to be represented. So
And
make it do what it do, baby.
and let's be real too. When spirit is wanting you, if you really feel like you need to draw away from the old job, do it because that is spirit pulling you away. And watch how spirit take care of you. Spirit will always take care, especially when you're in direct alignment, it will take care of you. Your bills will be paid. You will not go in
Come on,
lag.
come on.
I'm a prime example of this. Prime example. So just know that things are in your favor.
Working out. All
This is the part where I will say to disconnect from the old job. Don't work on the new job. Connect with spirit to get that divine message. And in that, I also feel like you're going to get new directions on how to move with new job, with your job. Let me put it that way. Well, I'm not even gonna call it a job. With your own company. Because I remember us having a conversation, what, last month? Something similar. So if you've already started to work and it's already started to show fruit, that means that spirit, you're where spirit needs you to be right now.
Mhm. So that last question be about how to show front, right?
Yeah, that's why I was saying like she would have to get quiet before spirit to see because it could be a thing of working half the time, going part time, and then it could be a full walk away from the job. That's the part that she has to get. Yeah.
She just
Okay.
shows no front
Yeah.
interviews.
I'm gonna say this. When you plant a seed in the ground, immediately it doesn't spring up a full plant. It's gonna grow first. And also
So you
I'm
feel like it's just about
yeah, I was gonna say I'm also hearing like use your connections too. Cause I was just about to say it, don't forget, like we we can network. Me and you were in the same area. So if especially if it's something surrounding something similar to what you were doing before, I'm sure I can connect you with people, certain people. But I did just hear use your network. And again, this is for everybody. Ashley asked the question, right? But I'm really feeling like this is for everybody. Yeah. But and those
see?
3 new business calls were the 2, 3 that you didn't have before. Yes, you did, and I was actually in a meeting, and I meant to call you back, so I do owe you a phone call. I do owe you a phone call. But yes, for everybody that's watching, there's something that all of us have to rest to get this new, I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune card again out of this deck, and what, um what I'm seeing is that it's all divinely guided, but we all have to center ourselves a little more on the assignment that's already in us. And remember, Spirit said that the light was already in us. We just have to walk. We're already under what some people will call an open heaven. We just have to see the blessings for what they are. So, because Ashley, think about it this way: say you get a lot more business, but you're still working at this other job, and they have debt, and your new business has a deadline, say, of within 2 weeks, but you have a major project that you also have to get done within 2 weeks. Are you going to continue with the old job, or are you going to release it and work with what spirit is giving, or are you able to balance both? Like that's the energy um, that I'm feeling. I'm also seeing the Fool card right now, but I'm seeing I don't have a deck where the Fool card looks like this, but I'm literally seeing the Joker with the juggling balls. I'm seeing a tarot card like this. So I don't know if you've seen that or somebody who's watching have seen that recently, but I'm seeing it's like this big right in front of my face. And he's like, and he's juggling the ball, but it's black. It's a black and white car, and it has the fool written across it. And what the fool is telling me is that you're coming to a new horizon. Like people may say, "Oh my gosh, it's foolish for you to do X, Y, and Z." No, it's foolish to you, but for me, it's a new beginning. So yeah, but yeah, we can definitely do that talk.
Thank you. Peace, love. We're like, don't do it. Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's no coincidence.
And it's a lot of people. I'm going to say this. A lot of people are also looking at the climate of today with our government. For those of you who are in the states, and for those of you who are in other countries, you may see something similar happening in your country as well. But the thing is, say you buy a ground that people said is unfertile, but you go out there and plant stuff and it grows. It's that type of energy. What other people can't do, you will be able to do. Whew,
I felt that. That one, that one,
cold chills, cold chills.
that one I definitely felt.
But yeah,
And thank you, B.
you are
Thank you,
welcome.
Ash. We appreciate you being brave enough to come on and ask questions. Um, and you guys can. You said I will question mark. You will what, honey? Thank you so much for being able for coming on to this public platform and asking your question. Very brave of you.
Yeah.
Um, so, all right. Well, if you have any more questions, comments, or concerns? Oh, she's asking one more question. Be able to do more others like this said. He was speaking to me. When you said when you speak to her, you say to be able to do more than others.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I was talking to the collective. It was speaking to you, but I was also speaking to the collective as well.
So that message was very important because I felt that when you said it, I felt chills. So I really felt like
It
you were speaking to me as well.
went
So
right through my body. I was like, "Oh, wait."
yeah, even I felt that. So we're definitely vibrate on the same frequency. Um, so thank you for giving us that personal reading with Ash that we didn't know. So I felt like it hit the collective individually, but at the same time. So thank you. Yeah, I didn't even know I did. And if anyone else has any more questions, this will conclude tonight's episode of Perfect Conversation. Thank you for the live audience members that were able to come on. We appreciate you guys for coming on and adding spice to our podcast. And everyone else online, our regulars and our new we appreciate you guys. And please remember that the cars do not dictate your fate. It's simply a look so choose wisely, live deeply, and stay alive. And we will see you guys next time, same place, cars and conversations where every episode goes to that treated question. We'll see you guys next week at 11:11. Love y'all. Stay dangerous. Peace.
Peace. like that.